What's going on, YouTube? We're gonna do something different today. We're gonna take this 2005 GIANT Trance 4. It's my son's bike, size large. He's 13 years old. We're gonna go ahead and make this into a 1x. I already upgraded his rear cassette. I made it into 10 speed, 10x36 or 10x42. Let's see, because I can't really remember the. Let's see, that says 10x38. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this 10-speed derailleur. This is Shimano XT non-shadow, and we're gonna put this Shimano XT shadow. This is a 2012 or 14 model, somewhere between there, somewhere around that year. This one right here is newer. It was actually for this cassette from my Diamondback sortie. Since I put my Shimano Dior on their shadow, that's for a 10x42. This can only handle 10x36, but being that I'm going to make it into a 1x, because he's got a 3x10 system right now, he doesn't want that. We're going to go ahead and make this single, and I bought a 30T chainring for him. I can't remember if it was 30 or 32. I have to look at it. Actually, I have it right here. Let's check it out. So this right here, let me see, can I switch this camera around? Probably not. I'll be back. So I've got this new single chainring, black 32T. I'm going to see how it does. It's pretty powerful, got some strong legs. We're going to put this. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick bike check. This is my son's bike. Piece it together from other pieces. I don't think there's pretty much anything stock on this bike except for the bottom bracket and the fork. Everything else is upgraded throughout the years. This has a DT Swiss X430 rim. I don't know what the width of the millimeter is on this rim, but it was able to handle WTB 2.3 inch tire in the front, 26 inch. This one has a Bunchwager XR2 high rolling tire. He likes the combination, it feels good. I went ahead and replaced this. Like I said before, it was a 9-speed and I turned it into a 10-speed. We're going to go ahead and change this. We're going to keep the same bottom bracket, but we're going to go ahead and change it into a 32T single chain ring. I'm going to take this off, so it's going to save him some weight, because for a large size bike, this bike weighs 32 pounds. It's pretty heavy for him. We made some mud guards. I put that on there for him. This one came from Diamondback, so I went ahead and put that one on there. We're big Diamondback fans, but I couldn't find a Diamondback large for him, so we went ahead and went with Giant. I mean, you can't go wrong. A bike is a bike, right? Went ahead and hooked him up, and I got him some hydraulic Shimano disc brakes right here from another bike that I had. Shimano Dior shifters, I mean. We're gonna take this off. I got him a dropper post as well. Check it out. Let me push this button. There it is. Damn, it pops up pretty good too. It's kind of warm in here. That's a Satori. Paid $100 for it on Amazon, and it works great. It does have the stock Fox shock in the back. I think it's like a 2-inch stroke in the back. I'm not sure. Basically, it's a 100mm bike, front and back. And that's it. It's definitely, of course, you know, it's disc brake. The front shock is a Manitou axle, oil dampening. He likes it. I'm definitely gonna have to service it. I mean, you could see the stanchions there. They're not very good, and they're kind of cruddy. So I'm gonna have to take this shock apart and YouTube how to do that. Yeah, and that's about it. Oh yeah, and he has a forgot what the millimeter length is on the riser bar there. It is definitely a Diamondback riser bar, and he has a 45mm wake stem. It doesn't say wake on it like the other wake stems were, because it came with a package deal of these handlebars, and they were only $9 on Amazon, and it works great. And he's got a Bunchwager sheet. He had a few seats in the garage, and that's what he wanted to try, and his booty likes it, so that works out. All right, we'll be back with the changeover. We're back. So I went ahead and took off the derailleur. As you can probably see, I got the chain hanging right here. Let me see something. These quick release chain snaps right here. I love these things. I love them. And let me tell you, look, you think tools are going to be expensive in the long run? They probably will be. But look, see this tool right here? This is to basically snap the chain off. This thing was only $9 on Amazon. I love Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on. And I'm going to pop these 4 screws right here. I'm going to take this completely apart. Take the small chain ring off and the big chain ring off. And I'm going to go ahead and install the new chain ring. That's what's going to be next. And I'll come back with that. Let me show some of the progress that I got so far. I got the chain rings loose. But of course, to get all this off, I'm going to have to take the crank arm off. And I'm going to have to take the, yeah, pretty much it. Just take the crank arm off. So that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm trying to get my tools in order. You gotta make sure you have the right tools. I always have a toolbox set up. Let's see what we got here. That's the right one. Nice and snug. That's the right one. So let's see how hard it is going to be to break this. Let's check it out. Wow, that's tough. I'll be back. Let's get it, huh? Let's get it. Woo. I have to put this back on the floor. I may have to hit it. May have to hit it with something. Maybe some leverage. Let's test with leverage first. Do a little mechanical little trick I used to do when I was a mechanic in high school. I may have to put this on the floor because I might snap the armor on my bike stand here. Let's see. Let's go to this. Need a pipe, or maybe an old. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. Let me try something else. Let's see. All right, let's try an old handlebar, maybe a hammer, not sure, but I'm gonna try. Put this on there. Make sure your Allen keys all the way in, guys. I mean, this is for the amateur guys, you know. Just for the amateur guys. If you guys have any comments on any better way I can do this, then please tell me. Oh, well, look at that. There's a piece of rubber stuck inside of it. This one doesn't. All right. Boom. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this on the floor. Let me get one of the kids to stand on the pedal. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down. See how I can do this. Be back again. Alright, I'm back. If you're wondering about the floor, if you see my channel says MTB Trail Fighter. It's because what? I used to box, the Taekwondo, and now my life is Jiu-Jitsu. And we're recently getting introduced to Muay Thai, so let's see what the Muay Thai world brings us. So, let's try some leverage here. Oops. Let's try it again. Try some leverage. Let's see what we can get done here. And let's go. Oh, that's tough. Wow. There it is. Boom. That was took down way too much. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need some cleaning. There is some grease in there though, but this is dirty. Even the O-ring. I'm glad I took this off. I'm gonna go ahead and yep. Back this up. Always buy tools here and there because you never know what you're gonna need. And this was, do not cross thread this. As a matter of fact, always put a little bit of oil, some kind of lubricant in there. I sometimes just use regular wet lube or oil. Rub it on there. Always have some wipes. I keep wiping my hand. I'm wearing gloves because I'm just tired of. I've been working on these bikes a lot lately, and my hands are like raw from washing them. So you gotta make sure that you do not cross thread this, and you put this on there just right. I'm having a hard time putting this in. I wonder if this is the wrong threads. I'm not really sure. Well, you can tell this has been banged, and I think that's why it was hard for us to snap on. Oh, I think I got it. Nope. Nope, I do not got it. And I do not honestly know if I'm going to be able to take this off now. I think this one's different. I'm not sure because it looks hollow on the inside. I don't know how I'm going to take this crank arm off. I'm going to YouTube it. All right. All right, I'm back. All right, so this is what I had to do. I left the little chain ring on. I had to. I don't have the right tool to remove the crank arm removal. There's different tools in the market for different types of bottom brackets, and for crank arms, I did not have it. So it looks good. I'm gonna remove this cable. I'm gonna weigh the bike to see how much it weighs now. I did write how much it weighed before. I think actually it was like 34 pounds, and that's pretty heavy for a 13-year-old to be whipping around. I mean, he's pretty fast on the bike anyway, but I want him to be faster, so we'll see. All right, so the front derailleur is off. Let's see what kind of, it was LX derailleur. Little tip, I always, whenever I take off, I always retighten down the bolts to just snug them. So that way, if you ever do need to put this back on or sell it or whatever, you always have the hardware back. All right, so much more cleaner. You have to clean the bike. So we're gonna see what else. I definitely got to take off the front derailleur. The wire is still there. I went ahead and installed. Let's see if I can rotate this so you guys can see. I went ahead and installed the rear derailleur. So there it goes right there. Another tip, especially if you're gonna install a shadow derailleur, make sure that it's in the off position, the clutch that's on. If it's on, look, I can't really put it down. So if it's off, then I can go ahead and move it down so I can go ahead and get the chain back together. All right, I'll be back. All right, got it all done. So now the front cockpit looks nice and clean. He's got his light up there for our little night rides. Nice and clean, space that out. Look at that, nice and clean. Low front derailleur. Got the 1x on there. Change that out. Clutch is on. All right, let's shift it, Marcus. Come on. I'll pedal. You shift. Go ahead, shift. Shift all the way up. All right, come down. One. No skipping. I like to go backwards to make sure it doesn't skip. Go one. All right. Good. All right. All right. Everybody notice he's got a silent hub. It's kind of weird. I've never seen a silent hub before. It is a Shimano LX hub, I believe. I'm gonna look at it. Go all the way down. All right, brake. Yep, let's see what kind of hub this is. Yeah, it's a SLX hub. It's silent. Look, you don't hear it. It's kind of weird. I don't know what kind of engagement it got on it, but it looks like it's got a decent engagement. Maybe 32 count. 32 points of engagement. That's about it. All right, and we are done.